Hello everyone, this is John for PokerVIP.com and welcome back to another high stakes Sky poker action video with our main man Blizzy, aka the life and times of, aka the ups and downs of, aka the degenerate life of, aka broke Bilzerian. You know Blizzy by now. He is our degenerate friend who's been kind enough to give us 10 videos. We've been playing the high stakes games over on Sky Poker. He's playing the highest games they offer, which is 10-20. Some videos involve 200 NL, 500 NL, 300 NL, but everything up to 2k. This video is one table of 2k NL, one table of 300 NL. If you've watched him before, him and Lack are battling it out. Lockdown, that is, the guy who he's got marked as purple. I'm not too sure what his notes say. He hasn't actually clicked it yet on a video. Hopefully he'll do it this time. So expect lots of action between those two. Really cool dynamic going on. And yeah, loads of action. And as you can see, just on that 10-20 table, a chance of a £7,000 pot being played. This video is starting off a little bit differently. It actually involves a competition. This competition, the winner wins a PokerVIP goodie bag, $25 on Skrill. The goodie bag contains t-shirts, patches. You get a free video review from myself, and you basically just get crowned a winner. Click the link in the description below to go to the forum thread to put your guess down. But I'm just going to tell you a quick story about myself and Blizzy whilst we were in Vegas, and you need to guess the correct answer. So basically, the scenario is we're very drunk. I believe we were in the wynn. I think it was the wynn, and we were, like I say, very drunk. We'd been playing poker. We were leaving. And Blizzy manages to get his hands onto a scooter. You know, the little mobility scooters that you see a lot of the people in Vegas ride around on. So anyway, he's shooting through the casino, riding around, causing mayhem, you know, honking the horn, everything else. And he finally goes too fast and crashes into one of the machines. No damage is done, but obviously the security have now caught up with him, and they basically say, "What the hell are you doing? Get off the scooter." So there are 5 choices to choose from. One of these answers is real, is what he actually said word for word, and 4 of them are just made up. And yeah, you've just got to go onto that forum thread. You can put one guess down every 24 hours. Everyone who guesses the correct answer will win at least a t-shirt. The first person who guesses it will win the $25 and the big goodie bag. So even if someone's already guessed it, feel free to put the same answer, you'll still get a prize. So the first potential answer, answer A, is he says, "I can do what the F I want because I'm Dan Bilzerians' brother." The second one, B, "It wasn't actually me on the scooter. Bear in mind he sat on the scooter and he's crashed into the machine, and the bouncer or security guard, whatever you want to call it, is stood next to him." C, "I'm calling my lawyer." D, "I was racing Doyle Brunson." Or E, "Here is $1,000. Let's pretend this never happened." So if you want to have a guess, if you want a chance to win a t-shirt, the money, the goodie bag, you know, all those different prizes, hit the link for the forum thread below, put it in there, and job's done. Anyway, we'll crack on with the video, just a little competition to add into it. And yeah, like I say, let's see some action of our crazy friend Blizzy. For those of you who have just seen Blizzy for the first time, he's a friend of ours who is just a very big sports bet, a very big gambler. I think he just deposited £8,000 into the account, and you know, has won and lost about 20-30,000. So Ace is here versus his crazy friend. He's actually gone massive here, £222. Normally a 3-bet size here would be about 120 to 150. I was actually going to say we should go bigger, because I think versus a guy who's going to call us a lot, I think when we're, you know, deeper, we should always just go bigger, because if they're going to call, we make more money. If he calls 222, that's awesome. Definitely seems really on the high side for me. I was thinking like 190, 200. I think 200 actually would be quite a nice size here, but 222 is great if we get called. Lockdown thinks about it, and we do call. So we get a Queen 10-7 rainbow here. I think this is just an incredible flop for us. Lockdown's going to have a lot of, you know, one pair type hands, a lot of gut shots, a lot of open-ended straight draws, you know, the king jacks. So yeah, his hand range is like ace jack, sorry, king jack, 8-9, jack 9, jack 8, jack queen, king queen, ace queen maybe, probably flat spree with that, ace 10s, even hands like 8-9, 7-8, 7-9 suited and so on are going to call. So here I'd go for a really good £300, you know, sizing here. He's gone for 222, which I think is a bit too small. Obviously, it is a very dry flop, but if this guy is actually calling us or folding, then he's going to call, you know, £300 if he's going to call £230, especially when we're this deep. We get a quick call and we get an 8 on the turn. Not the greatest card for us because it does improve some of Lockdown's hands. Obviously, if he just did have, you know, the 8-10s, the 7-8s and type hands, then he's going to have made 2 pair. However, his range is still made up of a lot of, you know, straight draws. Now he could have a pair and a straight draw. Now he could have a pair and a flush draw, you know, King Queen of Hearts perhaps, Jack Queen of Hearts, Jack 10 of Hearts. So I think we go really big again. I think here we should probably be going, looking at the stack sizes. I mean, to get it all in, it's going to be tough, you know, by the river. You know, if we bet 700 here, that's 1400 plus his bet. That's 2300 pot. So about that to get it all in on the river, we'd have to bet 700. So I would actually probably go for 700, trying to set up a river jam here. The lowest I would go is 580, but again, it's just not going to allow us to set up a river jam, which against someone like this, I think we want. He's going to hero us, and even just not even think about the river jam itself, just value. If we think this might improve his range to a pair and a draw, or this kind of makes him, he might have a gut shot now. He might have Jack Queen. You know, his Ace Jack is now more live. He's not just needing a king. He can hit a 9 as well. So I think 700, go for it. You know, and again, 10 Jack of Hearts. These hands are just not going to fall to us, and they might jam. So I'll be betting 700 here and calling it off. He goes for 333. I think this is a massive mistake. He might have been doing this to induce a raise, but probably he just wasn't thinking that well. Inducing a raise is good in the sense of if that's what Lack does, and I know he has been prone to do that. But personally, here out of position, I would just be going for big bombs, because the problem is once we get called, there's just not going to be enough in the middle. There's going to be 1500 in there, and we're going to have over 2.5 grand back. So here you see it's an awkward spot, and what a great river card. The 4 just makes nothing. If Lockdown's got a queen, he just won't fold against Blizzy. If he's got a 10, he might call. So again, I think we're missing out. Here, I would go for. I mean, I think we could bet £1,000, 1,050, 1,100, even 850, £900. So pretty big bet again, and I wouldn't be folding to a jam because it only really improves like a random pair with a 4 or 5-6, which I also expect him to have. So he might just be bluffing his Ace Jacks or King Jacks. Another option is we bet really small to induce those hands, so we bet like £400 and hope he goes all in. But to be honest, I would just be going against someone who I personally think is a bit of a station versus us. I'd just be going pretty big. Goes for 555, pretty quick bet. I mean, the pot's big. We're giving Lockdown 4-1 to call here. So I guess the benefit is if he does have a 10, he makes a pretty quick call rather than it being a difficult call. The issue is, though, if he's going to call more, if a 10 we miss out on value. He might call with an 8 here. He might hero us with a 7. Like I say, 4-1. But if he does have a queen or a 10, I think we miss out on value. However, the same thing is, if he missed the draw, he does go all in. So it's not the worst play. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Lockdown tanks, is he going to jam? No, he calls. He calls pretty quick. We win a nice £2,500 pot with aces. Be interested to see what Lack has. He never normally hits. Perfect. Let's see. I'm guessing a queen or a 10. Jack Queen offsuit I caught there. I'm not too sure what the suits were. I don't think it was suited Jack Queen, but no hearts involved, that's for sure. He's going to show us again. Pretty sure it's Jack. Yeah, Jack of Spades, Queen of Clubs or something. My eyes are pretty bad. But Jack Queen. So yeah, top pair and he turned a gut shot. So again, I think we missed out on some value there, but obviously that's been results orientated. Anyway, we're back on track. We're now 5-7 suited. We've been 3-bet. I would be surprised if we folded here. I don't think we should fold. I think Lack might be a bit tilted. I think 5-7 suited is a funky hand to play. I hate being out of position, but against Lack, maybe it's an okay move. Again, leave a comment below what do you think about that. We do call and we get a dreadful flop. Ace of Spades was a bit of a tease, so sadly we do check fold here, and that is obviously the issue. We are kind of praying to hit a hand. Now, the best scenario with a hand like 5-7 suited is Lockdown opens the cutoff, we just flat the button. But sadly, we called out of position and just didn't get the flop we wanted. But I don't think it's the worst play in the world, actually. I think if we're on the button and he's 3-betting the big blind, I think it's certainly a call. Out of position, I think it's pretty close. Maybe on the bad side in the long run. but just, game flow and everything, it might not be the worst situation. I haven't paid any attention to the 300L game in the last 5 minutes, so I do apologise if there's been any big hands. I'll be watching out, better from now on. Look around the tables. Troy G, I think, was a fish. Some punters a reg. I owned you as a reg. That's on the 10-20 game. Esox01, I think, is a pretty okay reg. I owned you again is a good reg. And Style 2737 is a very aggressive reg. He plays really good some days and really bad some days, from what I gather. I personally played him before, and I think he's pretty good. So maybe just different perceptions on people. Or maybe he plays drunk or something, and that's just all I know, is that someone once said, he actually played like an idiot one day. We will never know. If you want to sign up to Sky Poker, PokerVIP.com/deals, 30% rake back, £500 deposit bonus. Some cool, I think, races sometimes happen. PokerVIP merchandise, free bankroll, free tournament entries, everything that you need. PokerVIP.com/deals. Drop down to Sky Poker, or there might even be a link in the description below. Once you sign up, PM me with your new username and email address, and I'll get you tagged up. If you do sign up because of a video, I'll send you out a goodie bag as well. So you can win a goodie bag, and you can even get a goodie bag once you sign up and deposit. Just going to move my mouse out of the way. Sky Poker is definitely probably, it must be the softest site online. It's very close between somewhere like Sky and Unibet, which one is actually the softest, but Sky Poker to me is a little bit better as the software is better, and you can get rake back, which is obviously a nice thing. So I do really encourage you to at least sign up and have a look around. And with us, you get the best deal online, so it can't be bad. Ace-4 suited here, flatting's fine. We could even 3-bet sometimes, depending on what the dynamic is. Once checked 2, I think we go ahead and bet. I think we missed a bet there. I think when people check, they often fold. Looks like we're going to check down with ace-high. The only thing is, it opens us up to get bluffed. I think we should have bet the flop or bet the turn. On the river, I'm praying he checks so I can check. He bets 90 and we fold. We can give him credit for an 8 or a queen, or maybe better, but to be honest, I think a lot of times we're just getting owned. Or at least maybe let him get there with an 8 that he might have folded on the flop or turn. So I think we've got to be a bit more aggressive in those spots. Yep, okay, whatever. Interesting pot going on here. £180 bet on a 3-6-10 2 clubs. Quick call by I owned you. Normally means a weakish pair or a draw. I don't mean that's what I owned you normally means. I'm just saying in general. That is a good rule of thumb back in the day. Some people do use it against you now. Another quick call. So again, I'm putting I owned you on a 6, a 10, 10x of clubs, or just 2 random clubs which didn't get there. Then yeah, you see, it's just got 10 jack there. So again, a pretty marginal hand. I guess Troy had a draw and just gave up. Nope, pair of 5s. Okay. Bit of thin value there on the turn, but I don't think it is value from Troy. I just don't think he should generally be in these games at all, but he's trying his best. Hopefully some action coming up here. Pocket kings. Just a min raise will be fine. Hopefully like 3 bets like he does every hand. He just calls here, and I think we just go 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. Again, a mistake here with the kings. Dry flop, let's go ahead and get some action. I wouldn't actually be scared of that ace. I would have just gone ahead and bet it. I don't think he's going to have that many aces. And on the river is obviously a snap. And again, yeah, we kind of lose a bit of value versus this queen 10 there. And Lack was there, value betting a bit too thin, I think. I wouldn't be scared of 1 over. I think Lack's going to be 3-betting a lot of his ace X's. from the small blind versus the button versus Blizzy. So let's just go ahead and pile it in. Nice flop for us here. Obviously, well, I say nice. We've got a good shot. It's always a good thing. Once we do get called, it is really hard to keep on betting into lack, so I understand that. But just maybe take a couple more seconds to think. You know, what kind of hands has he got there? Does he have a pair? Does he have a draw? Can we bet? What would he fold? How much do we have to bet? Bit of a quick snap check, snap fold kind of thing there. Let's make these people think a bit more. Let's make these people think we're thinking a bit more. You know, at least. I'm not saying tank. Don't do the Hollywood thing. Christ, don't become one of those people who tried to take after Durr, who sits in the live games looking stupid for 20 minutes thinking about, you know, a third pot call for 2% of the stack or something. But you know, like literally just count to 2. Just anything that isn't instant. And also, you know, just always good to do. Oh, look in there, £6.5 bankroll. He actually showed it off. Plus what's on the table. So he's got about 13,000 in there. So up and down, I think he had like 21 in one of them and a bit more in the other. So up and down, up and down, up and down. Maybe a cool cold 4-bet spot there with a king 8. And the only problem is we do open ourselves up to committing ourselves versus Troy. And it's probably not the right hand to do with it, but I definitely think some punter might be taking advantage of that spot. So something to watch out for. Everyone does just fold, and some punter wins, you know, 100 odd quid by just clicking a button. Lots of deep stacks here. I owned you with 4k. Oh wow, okay. It's gone 140 to 300. And a call, King 7 Deuce Rainbow. I think it's fine calling 4-bets. Our position for lack down, it's not the worst thing in the world. Another check. Ionju's thinking. Ace Queen would make some sense here if he bet. Yep. I'm sort of putting Ionju on Ace Queen. And a fold. Maybe he was trapping on the flop or pot controlling if hand like King 10 suited or something. Perhaps. I'm not that surprised that we got a 3-bet from lack. I think it's fine to open fold though. Oh, looks like Lax left the 300 game. He's probably bored of the incredible nits that are ESOC style and Ionju over on that table. I guess even Blizzy is being a bit nitty as well. So a little skip there, little bet and take it for lack over on that table. Just sorry about that, another little skip, just leaving a game, and it's just going to one table, 10-20, so sit back, relax, put your feet up, and pray for a nice £10,000 pot versus, well, I owned you, we get to 9k, as do we do a lack down, so that'll do, £9,000 pots are always fun. It's not 5 figures, but we'll take it. So again, sign up PokerVIP.com/deals. I'll hit the link in the description below. A7 off there, I think we could have opened four-handed. Pretty close because I know got lag behind us, but I think we can be stealing there. A10 suited, I'd like a 3-bet. I think we can 3-bet against that. I don't think we have to be, you know, always too scared of him. I think that might be the issue. It might just be a little bit too much scared play sometimes. You know, feel free, you know, if he's going to call a lot pre-flop, if we can bet into draws, double barrel, represent boards, and I think we'd just be less scared and, you know, risk a bit more money, maybe, but in a good way. Queen 7 suited is definitely an open on the button. Interesting flop for us. I expect it to be ahead sometimes, but I actually like the check back there. I think we can then call like a turn bet if we get led into. Perfect. Oh, lovely river. I think we should find a value bet here. I might go really big. I love that bet actually. We rep a misdraw. I think it's hard for a 10 or an 8 to fold. A 5 might even call here. We do represent a real misdraw, so I love that bet. I would have said gone pretty close to pot, so 185 is sexy. Nice play, Blizzy. Shame Troy didn't have much. Lockdown has 100% c-bet. I've never seen him not c-bet, and his double barrel percentage must be massive as well. I think that's a real leak in his game that people might start picking up on. 6-7 off, I don't like the defend. I think that's a fold pre-flop. Even though we like to play versus Lockdown, I just think it's a mistake. Looks like someone new's joining the 10-20 table, and looks like we're also playing another 153 game, which Lack is on. King 8 is definitely a button open. Wow, Black likes to flat as well. He often, doesn't fold. Great flop for us. I go 3/4. I don't think we need to do these smaller bets. I think we just build pots when we're in position with solid draws versus two weaker opponents. I think we bet the turn as well. River is a very easy check, but I think we're missing out on value. I think we need to build pots. I think we need to be able to take the pot down and so on. So I think that's a mistake again. I think it's a bit too much scared money. And I say scared money, I know he's definitely not scared risking this money. But it just kind of feels that way, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so he's making this a little bit annoying for us. He's another bit skipped, and he's making the tables really awkward. People know it's my pet peeve when people are recording videos, that they don't make them all neat and tiled. I don't understand why he's just not got these tiled, to be honest. If you're just on 3 tables, it seems pretty easy, but hopefully you'll grab that. Okay, looks like we're changing around again. Aces, nice 3-bet on the button. I like the sizing in the 1-3 game. 9-24, good. Okay, this is how he's doing it then. Okay, that's fair. He's keeping the 10-20 bigger for us. Aces here, great flop. Go around 30, 35 pounds. There we go, that's fair. Jack 9, easy button open. Ace is great turn for us again. We've got to go a little bit. We've got to go bigger. I guess around 60 pounds so we can jam the river nicely. I like it. Jack 9, good c-bet, up and down. Queen, it's not the greatest card in the world for us because King Queen gets there. 10 Jack gets there. Could maybe think about betting small to fold unless we think this guy literally just has King Jack or Ace King. Maybe this is a bit too thin of a river jam. Let us know what you think. What calls us here? I think we could maybe just bet like 55 quid and hope we get called and not jammed on. Double barreling with the straight draw here. I like it because Troy G never raised us on the pre-flop or the flop, so we expect him to have not a lot. He calls us, we make a pair of 9s. I guess I just check here and hope he has nothing. Wow, he actually has 8-9 off. Yeah, so Troy is definitely a weaker player there. Calling there is dreadful. Like down, why no 5-10 Blizz? Interesting. Looks like we've defended with Queen 6 suited here. Again, I think we should start 3-betting more because I think we just lose to these c-bets far too often. Nice tiled tables. I like the look of this. Blizzy sat down at 5-10. He accepts the challenge. He backs down from nobody. Easy c-bet here. You could bet really small, like £30. 22. Okay, he's done this a few times, and he actually it really works for him. Like, it really works. He's been doing amazing off these small bets. I think the turn is fine again. River, good river for us because now he's probably got 3 of a kind and 1 fold. So 155 again. I like it. We should get snapped here by any ace. Very rarely raised. Not too many flush draws in his range. I think it's a good bet. We get called and Troy G just loses again. Not a good day for Troy. Okay, so looks like he's sitting out of everywhere, so we'll wrap up the video, 25 minutes long. Again, the competition, hit the link in the description below for the forum thread. The competition, the winner, whoever posts the right answer first, will win a VIP goodie bag, t-shirts, patches, all that good stuff, plus $25. That $25 we can only send on Skrill. Hopefully you'll use it to sign up to Sky Poker, deposit, and be the next Blizzy maybe. Everyone else who guesses that correct answer will get a free PokerVIP t-shirt, and we'll maybe chuck a couple of patches in there. And yeah, you can guess once per day, all the rules will be in there, and I'll leave it open for a week. So, you know, hopefully we can give away lots of t-shirts, but you have to guess the correct answer. So, the story again, I'll go over it one more time. We're driving, well, we're not driving, we're walking through the Wynn, I believe. We were very drunk. Blizzy himself, whose name I'll keep to myself for now, we may out him later. Somewhere finds a mobility scooter, jumps on it, he's riding around causing mayhem, loads of noise, crashing, you know, whatever. He then finally crashes into another slot machine, and the security guards come up to him and say, what the hell are you doing? So did he reply, A, I can do what the F I want because I'm Dan Bilzerians' brother? Did he reply B, it wasn't actually me on the scooter? Did he reply C, I'm calling my lawyer? Did he reply D, I was racing Doyle Brunson? Or did he reply E, here is $1,000, let's just pretend this never happened? Get on there, answer away, get involved. Also, sign up again, PokerVIP.com/deals, or hit the link in the description below. 30% rate back, deposit bonuses, tournament tickets, qualify for the UK PC in Nottingham, £1,000 tournament entry, £1 million guarantee. You can qualify for free, a one-off tournament, which will probably have 50 runners in it or something stupid. So yeah, get signed up now. And this was John for PokerVIP.com, and this was the high stakes swings of Blizzy.